No, it's always important. I mean, that's why it's called a home court advantage. You know, the more crowd we get, the more we're into it, the more energy. You know, you feed off your crowd.
Switching teams is a habit for every NBA player. They have many reasons to do so, but the main reason why NBA players switch teams is if their current team is losing too many games and they saw that they were far away from reaching the NBA Finals playing for their current team. But sometimes the switching doesn't have a happy end result. It might even destroy the player's career. So let's see the NBA legends who ruined their career by switching teams. Joakim Noah. When Joakim Noah was drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 2007, not many draft experts were high on the pick. However, he didn't take too much time to become a fan favorite with the Bulls due to the passion he played with. Noah was the heart and soul of the franchise. His offensive game never jumped off the page, but it was impossible to ignore his impact on the court. He finished his Bulls career with averages of 9.3 points and 9.4 rebounds in 572 games. He made 2 All-Star teams, was the 2014 Defensive Player of the Year, and finished 4th in MVP voting during the 2013-14 season. That's the campaign Noah racked up 47 double-doubles, 4 triple-doubles, and led the Bulls to 48 wins. On March 9, 2014, Noah had one of the best games of his career against his biggest rival, LeBron James. The Bulls were hosting James in the Miami Heat, and Noah put on a spectacular show. Noah finished with a stellar stat line of 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks to lead the Bulls to a 95-88 win. He put the Bulls on his shoulders during the 2013-14 season, and proved to all of his critics that he was one of the most versatile players in the NBA. But after he signed with the New York Knicks, Noah just wasn't able to shake off constant injuries, was slow and heavy-footed on defense, and was even unable to connect from the charity stripe, up to the point where he completely fell off the team's rotation, and even got suspended for PED use. He tested positive for selective androgen receptor modulator LGD-4033, also known as Ligandrol, a banned over-the-counter supplement. Ligandrol is a testosterone booster that is not classified as a steroid, but is banned as a performance-enhancing drug by multiple sports. Dwayne Wade. Coming out of high school, Dwayne Wade was lightly recruited by colleges and accepted a scholarship to Marquette University. He had a breakout season as a junior when he averaged 21.5 points per game, and he was named a consensus All-American and decided to forego his senior season so as to declare for the 2003 NBA Draft, in which the Heat selected him as the 5th overall pick. He made an immediate positive impact on the Miami Heat, earning first-team NBA All-Rookie honors after scoring 16.2 points per game in 2003 to 2004. The following season, he increased his scoring average to 24.1 points per game, and led the Heat in assists to earn his first career All-Star selection, while leading Miami to the best record in the NBA's Eastern Conference. He found himself a regular playing spot in the team by the 2004-05 season, and won his first championship in the 2005-06 season, where he recorded the 3rd highest scoring average by a player in his first NBA Finals with 34.7 points. He was presented with the NBA Finals MVP trophy, and was the 5th youngest player ever to receive it. In 2016, he surprisingly signed with his hometown Chicago Bulls. He averaged 18.3 points per game in his first season with the Bulls, the lowest scoring average since his rookie year, and saw the end of his 12-year streak of being selected for the All-Star game. Although he signed with the Bulls, bringing him back to the place where he was born and raised, the homecoming he was looking for didn't happen. The appreciation never came. Not even from his own teammates, aside from Butler. Rondo took digs at him over social media. The younger guys mouthed off on the fact that Wade expected so much of them, yet rarely did much at practice himself. Wade would then join the Cleveland Cavaliers with his homie, LeBron James, where he didn't quite play as well. Fortunately for him, he signed again with the Heat in 2018, where he felt the way he should have. Dwight Howard. There was a time when the city of Orlando loved Dwight Howard as much as the city possibly could love a player. He was once considered to be something of the likes of a second coming of Shaquille O'Neal, and even though he was never able to live up to the hype, he was one of the most solid two-way big men in the league, especially during his Orlando Magic tenure when he led the team to the finals. Back in 2012, the Lakers traded for Dwight in order to pair Kobe once again with the dominant and physically big man. But that experiment blatantly failed after just one season, with Howard also failing at Houston and Atlanta, up to the point where he was dealt on a salary dump deal to the mediocre Charlotte Hornets. Howard finished the season with his lowest scoring average since his second year in the NBA. Deron Williams. At one time, Deron Williams ranked as one of the NBA's best players. He kick-started his career with the Utah Jazz, where he quickly ascended to elite status. Williams spent 6 seasons with the Jazz and played on some successful teams, making 4 trips to the playoffs. He was named to the All-NBA second team twice with the Jazz, and also made the All-Star team twice as a member of the Jazz. Later, he moved out east and joined the Brooklyn Nets. Williams averaged 15 points in 12 games after joining the Nets in the middle of 2010-11 season. He actually played at an All-Star level in the first full season in New Jersey. Then, everything went downhill after Williams signed a massive 5-year, $98.7 million deal in the summer of 2012. With a fat new contract, his game shockingly plummeted. Williams watched his scoring average decline from a career-high 21.0 points per game in 2011-12 to just 13 points per game in 2014-15. While the Nets were never able to be actual contenders in the East, Williams would go on to have failed stints at Dallas and Cleveland. Luol Deng. Luol Deng was a key part of all those special Bulls teams from the late 2000s and early 2010s. He was an extremely critical part of the success the Bulls did find in the Eastern Conference during that time period. Deng started his NBA journey path with the Chicago Bulls at 19 years old during the 2004-2005 season, and he found near immediate success on both ends of the floor with the team. After putting averages of 19 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.7 assists over the first third of the season, the team decided to send their two-time All-Star to the Cavs in return for Andrew Bynum and future draft picks. This trade created a lot of controversy as Joakim Noah, Tom Thibodeau, and Derrick Rose were extremely heated, while Deng's career would take a major downfall during his brief stint in Cleveland, also playing for the Miami Heat and signing a multi-year deal with the Lakers just to pile up DNPs. That trade is something that he recently opened up about. In a Q&A on Instagram Live, Deng gave his thoughts on getting shipped out in 2014. When I got traded, I remember I felt betrayed, because the guy who traded me obviously ruined the team. And I don't mind saying that now, I would never speak about him as a person, but just the decisions that he's made, because it changed the whole course of what we were trying to do. When Derrick got hurt, we really felt that we were going to win a championship, but when he broke up the team, you just feel hurt because we became so close as a team. But we had a mission, and that was to wait for Derrick to get healthy and go at it again, but he decided to just break up the team. Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon's scoring talent was undeniably amazing to watch. He was one of the league's elite scoring shooting guards off the bench, and was one of the Chicago Bulls' go-to guys since entering the league in 2004, making it to the All-Rookie First Team and even winning the 6th Man of the Year accolade. But after 3 straight seasons averaging over 18 points with the Bulls, the shooting guard's career took a major downfall in Detroit, never logging over 26 minutes a night and looking slow and washed out in both ends of the hardwood. Things did not get any better for Gordon as far as his playing career. In 2015, he signed with the Golden State Warriors but was waived after appearing in 2 preseason games. Gordon then went to the G League in 2017, where the Texas Legends acquired him. 2017 was the last year that Gordon played basketball. Do you think that these players should have never accepted the switching offer? Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.